The Epstein situation has just gone from worse to so much worse, and then it just gets a little bit worse once again, as Donald Trump has basically just shut down a reporter in the Oval Office whilst talking about some, different things regarding Epstein. So basically, the reporter comes out, and if you haven't seen the footage yet, that was released by the FBI and the DOJ, there was a 10-hour video recording of Epstein's cell block that was released to the public and was supposed to prove the fact that Jeffrey Epstein had, taken his own life, to kind of move away from this narrative that the government had anything to do with it. Now, the footage didn't show that whatsoever. I go into great detail about this in yesterday's video, so if you haven't seen that, go and check that one out. But basically, it doesn't show that whatsoever. But Donald Trump has just gone kind of nuclear on a reporter who basically questions why there was a minute missing from the Epstein video. Now, if you haven't seen it, between the minutes of 11:58:58 and midnight, a minute and 2 seconds is cut from the recording before it was released. It was completely cut from the recording. And many people are speculating that around that time, something may have happened, especially as around at 10:38 p.m, we can see someone in an orange jumpsuit out of their cell, hovering around where Jeffrey Epstein's cell was supposed to be, even though everyone was meant to be locked away for the night from 8 p.m. So who was out of their cell 2 hours and 38 minutes after everyone was supposed to be locked down? It begs the question, and we see a security guard in the footage also running across. But everyone has obviously gone absolutely mental about this, because on July 8th, during a White House cabinet meeting in 2025, a reporter attempted to ask the Attorney General, Pam Bondi, about the missing minute in the released footage by the Department of Justice, intended to confirm that Jeffrey Epstein in 2019 actually did take his own life in a Manhattan jail cell. The footage, part of an 11-hour video outside of Epstein's cell, skipped from 11:58:58 to midnight, of course, like I stated, on August 9th, 2019, prompting speculation and conspiracy theories. President Donald Trump then interrupted the reporter before Bondi could even respond, expressing frustration and calling for the focus on Epstein, a desecration, given other pressing issues like the Texas flooding. And he described Epstein as a, quote, creep, and questioned why the topic was still being discussed, suggesting it was a complete waste of time. Bondi then addressed the minute missing, explaining it was due to an outdated Bureau of Prisons recording system from 1999 that resets nightly, causing the same minute to be missing every single night. She stated that the DOJ was looking to release the video and an additional video to clarify this. Bondi also clarified in earlier comments that from a February 2025 Fox News interview, where she said the Epstein client list was on her desk for review. She claimed that it was meant the entire Epstein case file, not a specific list, aligning with the DOJ memo, which was released on July 7th of 2025, which stated that no such client list existed and confirmed Epstein's death was actually by suicide. Now, obviously, this has drawn significant attention, because everyone's like, why did he butt in before she was even able to respond? Why did he shut down the reporter? It was a valid question, and the reporter's asking the question that everyone's got on their mind right now. This is the clip in question where Trump completely shuts them down.
Jeffrey Epstein, it left some lingering mysteries. One of the biggest ones is whether he ever worked for a American or foreign intelligence agency. The former Labor Secretary, who was Miami U.S. Attorney Alex Acosta, he allegedly said that he did work for an intelligence agency. So could you resolve whether or not he did? And also, could you say why there was a minute missing from the jailhouse tape on the night of the staff?
Yeah, sure.
Could I just interrupt for 1 second? Are you still talking about Jeffrey Epstein? This guy's been talked about for years. You're asking, we have Texas, we have this, we have all of the things. And are people still talking about this guy, this creep? That is unbelievable. Do you want to waste the time, and do you feel like answering?
I don't mind answering.
I mean, I can't believe you're asking a question on Epstein at a time like this, where we're having some of the greatest success and also tragedy with what happened in Texas. It just seems like a desecration, but you go ahead.
Sure. First, to back up on that, in February, I did an interview on Fox, and it's been getting a lot of attention because I was asked a question about the client list, and my response was, it's sitting on my desk to be reviewed, meaning the file along with the JFK, MLK files as well. That's what I meant by that. Also, to the tens of thousands of video, they turned out to be child porn downloaded by that disgusting Jeffrey Epstein. Child porn is what they were. Never going to be released, never going to see the light of day. To him being an agent, I have no knowledge about that. We can get back to you on that. And the minute missing from the video, we released the video showing definitively the video was not conclusive, but the evidence prior to it was showing he committed suicide. And what was on that, there was a minute that was off the counter. And what we learned from Bureau of Prisons was every night, they redo that video. It's old, from like 1999. So every night the video is reset, and every night should have the same minute missing. So we're looking for that video to release that as well, showing that a minute is missing every night. And that's it on Epstein.
I mean, it's very interesting that Donald Trump would react in such an explosive way. You know, trying to shut down the conversation as quickly as possible before Bondi then actually just went on to explain it anyway. The fact that he responded in such a way has, you know, really stirred the pot, with people being like, well, you know, your government released this information. Your FBI released this information. It's a trending topic right now. People are asking questions about it. Of course, there are other issues to be talked about, but, you know, this is also one of the issues. You know, especially with the video. I mean, Bondi claims there that the video proves indefinitely that, without a shadow of a doubt, that Epstein, you know, commits suicide. It doesn't. It really doesn't, because you don't see that at all. You can see the fact that the guards clearly didn't do their jobs, but that's about it. Now, I want to refer back to a tweet made from Elon Musk, which took place back in May, the 6th of May 2025. This came after the public feud and fallout, obviously, between Elon Musk and Donald Trump, where Elon Musk stated, it's time to really drop a big bomb. At real Donald Trump is in the Epstein files. That is the real reason they have not made it public. Have a nice day, Donald Jr. or Donald Trump, basically, right? And whether this is the truth or not, it is, you know, besides the point. But when you refer back to it in this kind of context, it does look a little bit shady that Elon Musk would say something like, you know, Trump's in the Epstein files and he was on Epstein's island and all the rest of it and they were close friends. And then Donald Trump is trying to really shut down these claims quickly, like really quickly, when questioned about the files, and trying to just shut down any conversation about Epstein. I don't know. It's of course it's speculative on my part, but the question has to be asked. What is the truth here? Why did Donald Trump react in that way? Why was he trying to shut it down as quickly as possible? Why did he try and shift the narrative when it was a valid question? You know, I'd understand if Epstein hadn't been spoken about for donkey's years, and, you know, but the information was brand new. We only just had that released to us, and now there's a lot of questions about it. It's valid, in my opinion. What do you guys think? Let me know your thoughts and opinions down in the comments below. While you're down there, jump scare the hell out of that like button and subscribe. And until next time, I'll speak to you later. Peace.